Hello friends, today in this video I will just discuss how to calculate age from date of birth in SQL Server. Suppose you have a date of birth column and you want to calculate age from that date of birth column. How we are going to do in SQL Server, we will see as part of this video tutorial. Now, as part of this video tutorial, we are going to discuss four simple approaches to do this. One is using date difference for basic age calculation, date difference function, right? The second approach is the accurate year calculation, how we are going to do that. And the third approach is creating a reusable custom function, okay, to calculate the age. Now, approach 4 will be how we can use computed columns for age calculation, okay. Now, what I'll do, I will just navigate to a notepad where I have already written these queries because those are very big queries. If you start writing in this video itself, the video will be unnecessarily, it will be too long, right? So what I've done is I have already written those queries in a notepad. I will try to make you understand there. Then followed by that, what we'll do, we will just navigate to the SQL Server Management Studio. There I will execute those queries and we will see whether we are getting the expected output or not. Right now, let me navigate to the notepad first to discuss the. You can able to see this is the notepad guys I am talking about where I have already written those queries. I will just zoom in a little bit. You can able to see here this is the first approach where I told you that we will use date difference function for the basic year calculation, right? So select date difference is the function which contains the parameter year and then date of birth. DOB is nothing but the date of birth column that contains your DOB value, right? Date of birth value. Then get date as age from student detail. Okay. Now what I'll do, I will just student detail is the table name. I will just copy this query. Okay. I will go to the SQL Server Management Studio. I will paste this query here. I'll just zoom little bit so that it will be visible for you. You're able to see this is the same query. If I'll execute here, let me just execute. You're able to see these are the year calculation, guys. 3, 4. These are null because there is no value for that particular column, right? Date of birth, there is no value. That's why it is giving null. Rest all, if you see here, 40, 35 and all, these are the age. If I will go here and for your reference, I will go and retrieve the data from this table. Select star from student detail, right? So if I'll go here and execute this query, you can able to see, as I told you that these for these records, these values are null, right? So that's why it didn't calculate anything, right? So if you'll see here, these are the date calculation, right? For these many columns, those are having this date of birth. I mean, there is a date 15, 16, 2022, 2025, 21. So based on that, it calculated the age, right? So this is just to show you that because this gave some null as output, right? So that's why I was just trying to show you this table which contains this null value. This is the reason we got that. Otherwise, we got the expected output. You can see it here, right? So these are the age calculation from the date of birth column. So this is the first approach, guys. We'll go to the second approach. Let me just go there. I will go to the notepad again. You can able to see here. This is the second approach. Date difference. Here DOB get date minus is the case statement we are using. This is the condition when month date of birth is greater than month is the current date or month date of DOB column equal to month get date and day DOB is greater than day get date, right? We are basically comparing with the current date, then return 1 else 0 and as age is nothing but the column from the student detail column, right? So if I will copy this query, I will go here to the SQL Server Management Studio and I will just try executing this query, right? So from here till here, right? If I'll execute this, you can able to see we got the same expected output, guys. So this is the exact year calculation. This is the second approach, right? This is the second approach. Now moving to the third approach, guys, where I told you that we can create a reusable function actually. Okay. and then we can call that function with a select statement, and we can use that to retrieve the value, right? If you see here, this create function, then the function name is calculate as, which contains dob as a date, current date as equal to null, right? So this is the two parameter we are, two variable we have defined here, and results int as begin int because we want to calculate the age, which is an integer, right? If no current date provided, use today's date. If current date is null, then set current date as get date. Then return date difference year DOB current date minus case when month. Again, the same thing whatever we have discussed in the last approach, right? We are again comparing with month DOB, the variable we have declared here, then month current date, or month DOB is the variable equal to month current date, and day DOB is greater than day current date, then return 1, else 0, then end, and the last end, right? So this is the function. Then we are trying to, call that function here, select statement, student name, country, DOB, then calculate age. That's what that is the function name which we have. You will see here. So this is the calculate age, right? We are calling here select student name, country, date of birth, then this function DOB, which contains two parameter as I told you, date of birth and get that as age from student detail. Student detail is nothing but the table name, right? So if I will copy this function, so I have to rename that function because already that function already exists in my SQL server. It might throw us error. So I'll go here. I will just select the complete thing. I'll put it here. I'll paste it here, the complete function. You will see here, this is the complete function, guys. And if you try executing this function, so it will definitely throw me an error. The name already exists, calculated as. So what I'll do, I will make a n here just to rename that function, right? So I will just execute again. You can able to see command completed successfully and the function has been created successfully. Now what I'll do, I will just copy the select query that I have explained here in the notepad to call that function. We have we have created the function. Again, we have to call the function, right? Then only we'll get some output, right? So here is the select query, guys. Let me just zoom in slightly. And as I told you, I have already renamed this function, right? So we will now execute this select query. You can able to see we got the expected output, guys. You can see it here, all the age calculation as the age column, we got it here, right? So this is the third approach, guys. Now moving back to the fourth approach, that is using computed columns for age, right? We will go here to the notepad again, and I will, what I'll do, I will just try and make you understand here. What we are trying to do is we are executing a alter statement, alter table. Employees is the table name. Add age as date difference here, date of birth, get day minus case. Then case statement, when month date of birth is greater than month get date, or month date of birth equal to month get date, and day date of birth is greater than day get date, then return 1, else 0. End of the uh, then the end, right? This is the alter statement we are trying to execute on the employees table. Then find all students who are 40 or older, right? So if you'll see here, okay, so basically there is slight correction. So I just forgot to, rename that. Earlier it was employee table, but now what we are doing here is we are trying to use in the student detail table. If you see this select query, find all students who are above 40 years or older. So here we are trying to execute the select student name, country, age, and from student detail, where age n is greater than equal to 30, ordered by age n, this descending order, right? So basically we are executing this alter statement in the student details table. So what I'll do here, I'll copy this. I will go to the SQL Server Management Studio, guys. I will just paste it here. I will just Control A and Control V. So this is the alter table statement. As I told you, I will execute this query. So column name in each table must be unique. Column name age in the table student is specified more than one. So what we'll do here, I will, okay, that is also already available. I keep on doing some demo, right? So if I will do age U, say this is updated age UP, I will mention. I will just execute this. So basically this column is DOB, guys. I'm sorry to say that. This is not that. If I'll go to the student detail table, we will cross-check this here, right? So I will go to the student detail table and I will see the column name here. If you see here, this is DOB. Actually, that is based on the employees table. I just missed to, update this query here. So basically, instead of date of birth, it is DOB, the column name, which contains the date of birth of the student, right? So this is the DOB. I will just update this. I will just execute this, guys. You can able to see. So as UP as a new column, it is already added here. If you see here, now till age n is there. I will just refresh this. I'll just refresh it and I'll go expand the columns. And able to see age UP as a completed column. It is already added here now, right? So now what I'll do, I will go here and I'll go to the notepad. I will copy these queries, the select query, just to execute that with the completed column, right? So I'll paste it here. This is not age and as I told you, it is age U then P, right? Updated. We have already renamed it, right? So same age UP, I will paste it here and here. This is age UP. So this is I've just renamed. That's it. So if I will execute this select query, you can able to see we got the expected output, guys, right? So these are all the students. Those those age is greater than 30, right? It is greater than 30 or older, right? You will see here, these both are greater than 30. The one is 39 and one is 34, right? So this is how you can use these four approaches to utilize for this functionality, right? To calculate age from the date of birth column, right? And you have seen that how you have done it with these four approaches, right? So basically, with the same topic, I have also written an article. If you want to use these queries and all, you can go through that article link once and copy those queries. What I'll do is what I'll do is I'll put the article link in the video description. You can go through that article and you can copy those queries and utilize it. So that's it for today, guys. I thought to quickly show you how to calculate age from date of birth column, and we have seen four approaches here, and you can utilize it. As I told you, I have already written an article. You can go through the article and copy those queries and utilize it. So thanks a lot again, guys, for watching this video. If you found this video a little helpful for you, kindly subscribe to our channel to support us so that you will get lots of free SQL Server tips, Azure tips, different helpful Azure PowerShell commands, Azure CLI commands, and many more. Thanks a lot again, guys, and have a nice day. Bye bye.